You sit down to work. You know what you're supposed to do. But a few minutes in, your hand reaches for your phone. Just a quick check, you tell yourself. 20 minutes later, you've scrolled through 5 reels, checked your messages twice, and watched a video about how ancient Romans brushed their teeth. Your task is still there, untouched. And you're left wondering, why can't I focus? It's not just you. Your brain loves distractions. Not accidentally. Not randomly. But biologically. Let's explore why, and how you can gently take back control. You see, your brain is wired to seek novelty. New information. New sounds. New colors. Anything new. Because long ago, novelty meant survival. A rustle in the bushes could mean danger. Or food. Or a potential mate. So your brain evolved to pay attention to whatever's different, exciting, unpredictable. Today, we don't live in jungles. But our brain still scans like we do. Only now, the rustle in the bushes is a notification. A vibration. A new post. And every time you switch to that shiny distraction, your brain rewards you with a tiny hit of dopamine. Dopamine is the feel-good chemical of anticipation. It's not the reward itself, it's the promise of something rewarding. So when your brain sees a red badge on your screen, boom, dopamine spike. When it sees a funny thumbnail, another spike. This is why distractions feel irresistible, because chemically, they are. But here's the twist. It's not that you're addicted to your phone. It's that your brain is overwhelmed. Distractions are how it escapes. Let's say you're facing a big task. It feels unclear. Maybe boring. Maybe important. Maybe scary. Your brain interprets that uncertainty as a threat. So it seeks safety. And what feels safe? Something familiar. Something fast. Something easy. So instead of writing the report, you check your feed. Instead of calling that client, you reorganize your apps. You're not being lazy. You're self-soothing. And your brain is just trying to help you feel safe again. But the problem is, the more you escape, the harder it gets to stay. You train your mind to crave instant relief instead of slow effort. And before long, focus feels impossible. Even painful. So how do we take back control? First, let's stop blaming ourselves. Distraction isn't a personal flaw. It's a design feature, one that's being hijacked. Second, let's stop using brute force. Just focus doesn't work. Turn everything off only helps short term. Instead, we need to work with our brain. To make focus feel safe, rewarding, and doable again. Let's try a different approach. Not with guilt. But with curiosity. Start by noticing your distraction patterns. What do you tend to reach for? When does it happen? Right before starting something hard? Right after you feel confused? Name the pattern, and you begin to disarm it. Noticing creates space. Space gives you a choice. Next, reduce the noise, not by force, but by design. Move your phone out of sight. Not in another room, just not visible. Out of line of sight equals out of line of thought. Turn off just one type of notification, not all. Maybe badges. Maybe vibrations. Start small. Create one focused environment, not a perfect one. Maybe it's one corner of your desk. One playlist. One candle. Teach your brain, this space is for starting. Then, lower the bar. Don't aim to focus for 2 hours. Aim for 10 minutes. Set a timer. No pressure. No productivity contest. Just start. Just stay. Just see. You'll notice something. The first few minutes are hard. Your brain will scream, check something. Move. Escape. But if you breathe and stay, the fog lifts. This is the discomfort of withdrawal, not from tech, but from frictionless dopamine. You're not avoiding the task. You're avoiding the discomfort before the task. Ride through it gently. When you do, something powerful happens. You remember what it feels like to be with one thing. To lose track of time, not because you escaped, but because you entered. And focus becomes flow. Not instantly. Not every day. But more often. More easily. More naturally. You don't need to be a productivity monk. You don't need to delete every app. You just need small wins that rebuild trust. Every time you stay with a task, even for 5 minutes, you're showing your brain, this is safe. This is doable. We don't have to run. Over time, focus stops being a fight. It becomes a friend. Let your brain breathe again. Let it stop scanning. Let it stop chasing. Give it space. Give it one thing. Let it rest in effort. That's how you take back control, not by beating your brain into submission, but by leading it home. And when you feel the urge to escape again, you will smile. Because now you understand it. And because now, you have a choice. And maybe, some part of you still thinks, but I should be stronger than this. You've seen people sit for hours, locked in. You've read stories about deep work and unshakable discipline. And yet, you struggle to last 10 minutes. It makes you wonder, what's wrong with me? But here's a softer truth, there is nothing wrong with you. You're living in an attention economy designed to scatter your focus. Billions of dollars are spent to keep you distracted, not because you're weak, but because your attention is valuable. And the systems pulling on it are relentless. The fact that you're even noticing your struggle? That you're here, listening, wanting to understand your brain? That's strength. That's awareness. That's the beginning of taking your mind back. Let's go even deeper. Every time you resist distraction, even gently, you're carving a new groove in your brain. A path not of reactivity, but of intention. You're telling your nervous system, it's okay not to respond. It's okay to be still. It's okay to be with one thing at a time. And slowly, your tolerance for silence grows. Your capacity to stay with discomfort expands. Your ability to focus, even when things are unclear, even when motivation fades, becomes part of who you are. Think of it like muscle. You don't build it by lifting something once. You build it through repetition, rest, patience. Focus is the same. You begin small. You stay gentle. You keep returning. And when you slip, because you will, you don't shame yourself. You notice. You breathe. You try again. Because that is the process. That is the work. Here's something else you may not hear enough, you don't need to always be productive. Focus isn't just about doing. It's about presence. It's the ability to be with what matters, a task, a person, a moment, a thought, without fleeing. And that presence? That ability to resist being pulled in 100 directions? That's a kind of freedom. It frees you from the cycle of not enough. It frees you from the guilt of unfinished lists. It frees you from the constant buzz of urgency. You begin to live, not just react. To move with intention, not compulsion. To rest, truly rest, when you're done. So if your brain still wants to escape sometimes, let it. But gently lead it back. Not because you have to finish something, but because you get to choose where your attention goes. And that choice? That quiet reclaiming of your time, your thoughts, your energy? That's how you win. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But quietly. Consistently. One breath at a time.